I know for us too. Yo, guys, what's up? It's Outer Haven. So we're gonna be streaming the 876 today chapter, and looks like we got another one of those chapters again. So I guess we'll start off with what you guys want to rate it. I don't know if three. What about
What
you?
you say? Do I want to read?
I'll throw out a rating for the chapter, like what you thought of 10.
Oh, my rating. Okay.
Yeah.
I rate that thing doo-doo. Nah, but all right, man. Now, let me. All jokes aside, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 5, bro, because I'm 50-50 with it, bro.
Okay. What about you, Maras?
I give it a 5 as well.
5? And I don't know if Renos is there or not.
3.
I heard Renos say 3. Yeah, I guess I would. I want to. I guess give it a 5. I'll fall into peer pressure just because it wasn't bad as a chapter overall, but I don't know. I'm more expecting better arcs.
Yeah, we've seen worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot worse.
Any like initial thoughts you guys want to give about it before we kind of start diving into it?
Sorry, you were.
All right.
I'm echoing.
No.
Nah, he said initial thoughts. I'll go first on it. Man, my initial thoughts, bro, is like I could give 2 Fs about Pudding's character. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's like I just don't even care about her in the story, bro. She's dead to me. But let me mute myself real quick. I'll be back.
Yeah, well, if I think about what he's saying about Pudding, and I've already said it a few times, she's actually making me think about it like Gollum. It's such a the thing is, the one time she's happy, then she's like the angry type and stuff like that, and there's a lot of similarities between Gollum and her if you think about it. Like there's a precious thing, and her precious thing is actually Sanji.
Yeah,
that's how you can see it.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of an interesting thing. Was I know like way back, a lot of people talked about in the community was like, okay, maybe she's just straight bipolar, and that's kind of what it seems like. Now I just want to see if there's gonna be more to it, which I feel like there's probably going to be. Goda, like more like different aspects of her different personality. Like if it's like 2 people, or what the hell that's gonna be. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I just thought it was funny as fuck that she literally was trying to fucking like talk shit to Sanji and the crew when she's in the angry mode. I thought it was kind of like a cool twist. That's why I said to Nikki last week that's why she's joining. It's like a gag for the crew. Each member has one when they interact with each other.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, like going into that chapter, what do you guys think about the cover story? Since it's kind of like we're going into Sai finally.
Yeah, I like it. It's the first time actually we see something about Sai.
Yeah, I thought it was cool how we see like the Chinese traditional ships and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And like the flags. Yeah, what's up?
You mind if I chime in real quick?
Yeah.
Yo, and one thing, last time we seen anything about them, I think the leader of where they're from was going to the Reverie too. So I wonder if they're gonna go as well.
Yeah, the leader of Kano. See, that's what I was wondering. I know for a while, like we were talking about, like whether or not like Saya eventually got there before they left or not, which would be interesting because I know the Kano leader guy, the guy with the dragon tattoo, the old man, was saying that they were gonna wait for the. Oh, sorry, not they were gonna wait for him, but they wanted to talk to him before they go to the Reverie. So I'm assuming they're probably gonna wait for them, and they have a shit ton of ships, so most likely, I guess they might even be going to the Reverie, which would be kind of cool to see, like at the Reverie, Sai maybe interacting with like Rebecca and them.
Man, look, I thought I was talking the whole time, but I had my mic on mute. But I'm gonna go and say this, man. Pudding is trash. I hate her character.
Thank you.
I hate her character. It's useless. It has no meaning in the grand scheme of the story. Like I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Like the bitch, she can die for all I care. I literally hate her. Straight up. Man, it's just. Oh my god, bro!
I don't mind her. I personally wanted to see her and Carrot join more than I want to see like someone else join.
No way! I don't want her to join at all.
No. I feel like that would fuck up the whole dynamic of the crew if Pudding joined.
What do you mean by that?
So
See, like, cause we see how she keep going schizo, and we know she likes Sanji. We know that, right? But like, and we got hints that she don't really fuck with Nami just because like the simple like the way the panel's been
Right.
presented to us or whatever. So how would it look if Sanji is perving with his Nami Chuan, Robin Chuan, and then he turn around and see this bitch flipping out? Like, come on,
That's
no.
kind of how I see it, though. That's why I think that she was gonna join. Because like last week, I was talking to Nikki about it on
No,
the stream.
we don't need that type of drama on the Sunny.
Yeah, because I was thinking it's like okay, like normally, like you said, Sanji would be like, okay, like Pudding, like here's a tea or whatever the fuck he's gonna give like a dessert, and she'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, like thank you, because she'd like it, and like that's the only time that Sanji would actually get like a thank you and like a proper like oh my god, like they're in love, and out of nowhere, like evil Pudding would come out and try to like stab him or something like that. Like
That's
that would be
lame.
like Oda's gig that I think he's gonna do if she joins, which I kind of lean more so. I think she's gonna join now, but if she joins, I think that's how he's gonna play it.
That's fucking lame.
they need a character like Marco to join.
That'd be
Man, look,
sick.
I say we just drop off Sanji here and we let Pedro join and then we'll be all good. Straight up.
No more.
Yeah.
Swap them out.
Yo, what up, Chetty?
Yeah, nah, we just need a different Vinsmoke, that's all.
Yeah,
I'd take Reiju or Ichiji.
I'll take Ray J.
Yeah,
We'll
I'll take
Ray
it.
J.
Yeah, or
We'll
off
take
friends,
Reiju,
Sanji,
yeah.
or
Man,
friends, or
I'll take Niji or Ichiji as of right now over him.
See, I don't want Ichiji or Niji on there because they too savage. You know what I'm saying? They to the point where they don't have any personality. The only one that has personality is Ray J.
Yanji does a
Yeah.
little bit too.
he's off friend Zoro, man. Once him and Zoro combine, they get stronger. Fucking Zoro's just gonna absorb him like they absorbed Nail from Piccolo. But yeah, so
Hey,
like
that's what I
think
said. I was like, go ahead.
oh, no, I was just gonna say like I think we're gonna see Sai at the Reverie, hopefully.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
the
I
cover
hope so
story was
too.
cool. I wish we never switched off of Barto because like I wanted to see where that was gonna go after he burnt the flag or whatever.
Shanks. Yeah, I think
no,
all that
but
shit.
you know what's so funny, bro? We just see what's the white Pegasus head motherfucker name?
Cavendish.
Cavendish.
Yeah, that's him. He just riding around talking about how pretty he is and some bull stuff. Then you got my dog Barto out here savage life and
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying?
I still think Barto's the best of the group. He's my favorite of like the alliance members.
I ain't gonna lie. What's his name? Sai is mine, dog, because he got a whole nother fighting style that we didn't see. You know what I'm saying? He got some strong kicks. He got Haki, which we saw. The man out here fading, bro.
Who's your favorite, Chetty?
What?
Alliance member?
Alliance member?
Yeah, like other allied captains, like the
Um,
Grand Fleet.
Shit. Probably did Cavendish is like the top guy that joined, isn't he?
Yeah, he's their number one right now.
I'd probably pick Cavendish. He's the most helpful.
Hakuba, OP.
Well, he was just most helpful even when he wasn't Hawkeye. He was actually like paying attention, running
Yeah.
up the Coliseum, trying to get to places. He wasn't just waiting for direction.
Yeah, I
He
feel.
was like kind of
Yeah, he was trying to
actually
protect-
battling
he was-
Luffy up the Coliseum. So.
And he was trying to protect Law when he couldn't do shit.
Yeah, exactly. He was doing both things. He was fighting those big fucking super toys that sugar
Crackers.
that don't die, which is also like the coolest part of her power.
I ain't gonna lie, that was hacks.
Yeah,
He had giant toy soldiers that couldn't die.
yeah. I can't remember. Did they like combine the soldiers into like three, or were they three people into one?
She just got hella pissed because these guys
Yeah.
came out the hallway with hot dogs, and they reminded her of Usopp's nose.
Yeah.
She flipped out and turned them into those.
Yeah, there was like mixed, like joined 3 people, and then the bomb dude was using them as well, touching them and blowing them up.
Gladys. Yeah.
Yeah, he's lit.
Him
Oh,
and
yes.
Diamante manipulated the planet, or the land at least they were standing on, which is pretty crazy.
What do you guys think about like getting to the beginning of the chapter where fucking Big Mom, like people like in the story, people thought she was done.
I think the thing is with that is for all those people in the One Piece verse that really thought that Big Mom could fall down, they're fucking stupid. No, but just fucking stupid.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
it is a Yonko. Come on, we're not talking about vice admirals, those kind. It is a Yonko, and the Yonko name is means something, and the people think actually that she was getting hurt or like be beating down by this is so stupid.
The fact that Pedro and Jinbei both thought that she was done like worries me more so because like they worked directly with her. So you think of anyone to be like, no, like it takes a lot more than that.
No, see, me, I'm one of them people. I thought that she could at least be stunned by that overwhelming surge of lightning.
Right.
Like, but dog, like with her, like I didn't even say she would be fully knocked out, bro. But I was like, man, you never know how Oda could write this.
Yeah.
But
But
God,
but
that
but,
was
but you have to think
garbage.
about it as well. She got her armor, and beside that, her body from herself is already like a
yeah,
special
Iron Ball,
defense.
like
Yeah, so it's like a double defense that she actually has. So and this shows how strong she actually is, and that's why people that shitting on Big Mom are just idiots. Because if we think about this, right, Big Mom, we
yeah,
got already this problem. They still have to go to Kaido.
that's what I'm saying, bro. And nothing can hurt his body,
Exactly.
like this is insane, bro. But that's why now I could see Oda bringing them here so they can get a good scale of what a Yonko is. You feel me? So when they get to Wano, they know what they have to do. You feel me? And they have to train because without that's why I said there's gonna be a training montage or some form of a training before they even fight Kaido. Because with the level they at now, they ain't got no hope.
They got no hope, no, not at all. But that's why people were saying in the beginning, like, yeah, I think Big Mom is going down, and she's gonna be the first one that's gonna be killed to Yonko. No, it's not. It would be stupid with the power scaling if we went to the first time to a Yonko territory, meet the Yonko for the first time, and she get fucked up straight away.
Yeah, then they don't have like that many
Yeah,
people at all.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. That means that every time they go into
I'm back, fellas.
against a Yonko, they
Yeah,
should
so
win. That is stupid.
yeah. Which I'm glad like at least Oda so far hasn't done. But it's been kind of different lately, so you never know. What's up, Anderson?
So, my question to you guys is: do you think that the cake really is gonna just erase all their problems with Big Mom?
No.
no, hell no.
I kind of feel like it's going to like before, like when we first like heard about Big Mom the whole cake and about Sanji. Like I remember talking to Dan and a couple other people that we know, and I thought like jokingly that maybe Sanji was going to get captured way like at the beginning, like before like he even like knew about the wing shit, and like they would be,
Yeah,
like bake her something to make her happy, and that would kind of
yeah,
like make an alliance between them, which would like help them with
yeah,
Kaido. And now, like knowing how most
yeah.
arcs end, and the fact that like they do a banquet and like a celebratory thing at the end of it, I'm somewhat worried.
Oh damn.
Like I'm not gonna
No,
like
I'm
I
not.
don't want it to happen, but like it's looking like it small. Because like who was it? Chiffon, I think that said like, oh yeah, like if you bake the cake, like Big Mom will be fine with it. Like she'll let you go.
Oh yeah. And, speaking of that, I was watching Sawyer Seven's review,
Yeah.
and he pointed out something that I really agree with. When he was talking about Chiffon, you remember how Lola was saying how Big Mom is such a nice person, just blah 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 blah. Like she really
Right.
had the wrong impression about Big Mom. So what if Chiffon has the same quirk as far as she's saying that it's gonna get rid of all the problems, blah 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 blah, but she's just interpreting Big Mom wrong.
The
So
only
in the
Yeah,
difference
end,
I
it's
would
stealing. I mean,
the only difference I
I
would
like
say
that. I like that.
the only difference I would say though in that would be like Lola left like and when she left it caused like all the chaos and Big Mom to like go even like crazier and shit. And like
Yep.
Chiffon got beat like every day for what like 2 years, something like that. Like to the point that she was unconscious. I would feel like of anyone, the fact that like she also said that she didn't care about Big Mom, what happened to Big Mom. I feel like she of everyone should know the true Big Mom. So I mean, like you could be right, but like I would almost not want that to be because that would make her look super dumb. Like you get beat to death every day, you know what she's like, and then you're gonna be, oh yeah, like no big deal, like she'll forgive you.
But to me, I think the cake, Sanji gonna put like some damn sleeping shit in that cake or something, put her to sleep.
You gonna roofie her ass, bro?
Yeah, so something like that, bro. Because the man talking about I'm gonna make a cake so good that she gonna faint, and I could see that happening, and that's stopping her rage, and then like Katakuri and them being like, you know what? Since you saved the whole Cake Island, I'll let y'all slide this once, but next time I'm coming for your head, Luffy.
The thing I would say against that would be, I mean, like, that'd be kind of interesting, but, like, would be Sanji always has that little spiel about, oh, like, I never fucking do anything to food, like, I don't waste food, I don't, like, disrupt it or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
It would make much more sense to me.
But I gotta hop out. I'll holler at y'all later.
Peace.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have her get knocked out that way, or like they play like the arcs launcher or something into that shit, like something that makes sense versus like, oh yeah, I love the wedding cake, and like now we're good.
That's why I say she might get knocked out by the cake.
Red Nose, you sound like you're going into space.
Jesus, close your window or something. My God.
Yeah, that would sound like he was on a rocket.
He's going to the moon. He's gonna make a fine though.
You guys hear it now?
No, you're good now.
Oh my God.
That boy was like, I'm trying to go catch the eclipse.
Yeah.
No, it was nothing special.
But the thing what Durson said about Lola, I still believe actually that she thinks Big Mom is good, and maybe she is actually good for Lola and those kids. But what I said before and a few times is what I think is that Pudding did something to Big Mom's memory to change that she's the best kid and Lola is the bad one.
That would be pretty interesting. I still think it'd be kind of interesting because I don't think, did they ever confirm who Pudding's dad is or anything like that? I don't think so, right?
No.
We don't know half of the kids' dads.
Yeah.
Well, I actually don't think that she is actually a kid of Big Mom, but Big Mom using her as a kid because she know that the three-eyed things is gonna work out something in the benefits for Big Mom.
Yeah, because like I don't think she can be the kid because if the dad was somewhere around Big Mom at the time, like why would she let a three-eyed race go if like they could use their power? And so like I'm more so thinking that like either the dad did something, or most likely I think Pudding, like you said, like Pudding manipulated the memories to make her think that she's a kid of Big Mom. Like, and I don't know, like, because it's possible that she can't even use that power. Because especially if she joins the crew, like, then it's kind of that role is pointless in a sense. Because they already have Robin. So like, I think that like, she just can't have that ability. And like, if she doesn't have that ability, she might have just manipulated Big Mom to think that she has that ability that way. Big Mom like takes care of her and protects her and shit like that. Treats her really good.
Yeah, but because that's the whole point why what I was saying that, because what I think is that she made Big Mom doing that because she was bullied like a kid. That we saw in her flashback, right?
Right.
She told like she was bullied by everyone, and we know. I said it a few times already. When somebody get bullied, they want to fit in that group because they don't want to get bullied anymore. So what they do is they trying to fit in. What's the best way to fit in to actually change somebody's memory and makes it feeling that she is good for that person, and make somebody else that's in the group made them bad?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the boat that he did something to Big Mom's memories to make her get higher position in the crew or in the family, whatever you want to say. Yeah. What was I gonna say though? What would you guys think though, going down like when Big Mom fucking starts climbing over the hole and does her scream and starts eating the fucking thing? Like,
I thought it was awesome. I
thought Big Mom.
I liked how she didn't have a scratch.
Yeah, that's just fucking crazy.
To me, it's funny how she didn't even try to climb, bro. She just started walking her way up through the rocks. Like, that is crazy, bro.
She didn't give a shit. She's just like, oh, morning cake, like gonna go fucking start going up it. Yeah, that's just so fucking. It's so cool because I think like it shows off like not only like how strong she is, but like that type of like crazy personality that she has, where it's like, I'm not gonna like walk around the obstacles. I'm just gonna go run right through that shit.
No,
Shows how
but
much
that's
of a
what
monster
I'm
she
saying.
is.
To beat these type of people, bro, like was stronger than this, bro. Like, whoa, God.
I think it only hypes up like all the other Yonkos like Kaido, Shanks, and
That's
Blackbeard.
why I'm saying like people underestimate the Yonko so much.
Yeah, because
And I just
respect to whoever thinks that she's the strongest, but dog, it's a reason why we're seeing what she could do first right now.
Yeah, that's
It's
how I
showing
feel
us
too.
what we
yeah,
was
this
to
is just
come.
this a foreshadow of what we're gonna get with the other Yonkos.
Yeah, because we already know when we see Blackbeard, there's gonna be some god tier shit, bro, going on.
Of course, of course, of course.
Okay.
Just think about it. The thing is as well that Blackbeard is still growing his power because he still has to learn the devil fruit. And he's got already one of the most strongest crews. So and it will only get better. If what you ever think about if Burge is gonna get a devil fruit, how strong he will be.
Yeah, I'm gonna decorate Shanks real quick, but like this is why I say like when you look at someone like that, like that's why I said someone like Rayleigh, like Roger and Zoro, like the people without devil fruits that are like supposed to be at that tier. You know what I mean? Like obviously Zoro not right now, but like down the line. But like Shanks and like someone like Mihawk, like they're supposed to be doing that type of shit without devil fruits. And they're supposed to match up with that person. Like that's only hypes me up with like how OP these people are going to be down the line.
Yeah,
Like once we
exactly.
fully see, because like I don't know, it's gonna be crazy.
It is.
That's why I want to see a fight between like a full like two Yonko fight. That's why I don't care if it's Shanks versus Blackbeard as long as we see the whole fight, or if it's Kaido versus Big Mom. I want to see something where we see two Yonkos uninterrupted go at it, not off screen, which will probably never happen.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I just want to say you got too much wishes that ain't gonna happen.
Like it'd be so sick to see like Big Mom versus Kaido and just see these two go at it and like see like the island get completely destroyed in the process.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of like I'm kind of going slightly ahead I think, but that attack she does that was aimed at the crew. I think it's like Mighty Nation again. It's like the Elbas Spirit technique. Like I don't know if it's just how I see it, but like the scaling of the attack still seems smaller compared to like all the other giants attacks so far.
Yeah, it's not close to Dorian Brogy.
Yeah, I don't know if that was just me that was seeing it that way or not. Because the last one was like that too as well, which was weird. I mean, yeah, I think it's part of it's just like I want to say she's holding back, but at the same time, like she's enraged, she wants her cake.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. That's what I want to say. She's enraged, so maybe that's why she's not can totally make the full power.
Yeah. What do you guys think though? Going to putting again, kind of like about the whole bipolar aspect of it.
You know,
I have nothing to say about her.
I kind of feel like it's gonna be like a different entity of some sort, like the Hakuba style. But what do you think, Shouty?
I think she's being controlled by somebody.
You what?
Sorry, you have to speak louder.
I think she's being controlled by something or somebody.
Uh-oh.
I don't think it's her.
The other thing else I was thinking of,
she was too distraught in the chapter beat.
Yeah.
So it should be Nitro.
Yeah, that's basically.
that would be kind of cool actually. Did you say that? I was thinking that like this would be kind of like interesting things, like how we've talked about the devil fruits and like it being like the people who originally were that person or whatever with the devil fruits. Like it'd be kind of interesting somehow like that's actually the original person of the memory fruit.
That's a good fucking idea.
Because like
that would make
it'd be really cool.
So you're saying
that would make perfect sense.
Are you saying her real personality is the mean one or the good one?
I think it's a good one. And I think
it says I just want to vanish.
Yeah, I think the distraught one is actually like the original memory fruit user, and especially it would be kind of cool because that's like it'd be a way to like gap it or bridge it down the line, as well as like the fact that she specifically has the memory fruit would like maybe like let her access the other person's memory inside herself. Because think of it this way, like how like the souls right of the homies like were with her power started remembering their original selves. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
Like if the devil fruit really is a soul like of the original user, and she can somehow access it, like and maybe like she can't control that, and it just happens.
So,
Like,
No,
actually,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna say something crazy. So it can actually be that because of the food that she ate, she get a third eye.
I could see that too, yeah. Because I mean, the whole third eye, like if you ever watched Dragon Ball with like Tien or like someone like Yu Hakusho with Hiei, like the whole thing was like it's like a way to see into the soul and all that other crap.
Yeah.
Like, it's like seeing past the natural plane of existence and stuff. And so that would be a thing. But she would have to like have it at like an early age because I can't. When was the first time we saw her in her flashback? I think it was like she was a toddler, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
going
don't
to
see her face
school.
though. Did we see her face? I don't
Oh
think
yeah, we
her.
saw her face. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's when they were talking about
because
the bullying, and then
they
she
was
like
picking
showed
on her.
Okay.
they showed her eye. So like if she originally was born and she ate it, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of more maybe on the chance that she didn't get it from the fruit, but like that'd be such a cool introduction. Like the only reason I say is, like not so much that I don't think so is just because like for other like Delphi users, we don't really see like at least part missions, we don't really see like a change in the body as much. Like always change. Like if that makes sense.
Yeah, but that was actually a really good idea because that could
Yeah.
actually just be the soul of the devil fruit, but it could also see all the times where she got bullied, so it just brings it out.
Hmm.
Because
You know
like
what I'm saying?
Yeah, that could be kind of
because
what.
if they really are two different people, and like obviously the good one likes Sanji and wants to like be with them, and the other one doesn't give a shit about them, like it would make more sense.
Mm.
But yeah, I think we'll see more about that later. And I think if like that's the case and all that shit, like I think it could tie into like the whole cursed swords and like Hakuba and Asura and stuff like that down the line. Like if it's similar to that with the cursed swords, like having original people in the swords. What do you guys think about like the fucking idea to bake a cake? Since we're
Oh my
talking about
god,
that.
It's amazing.
trash!
I mean,
Best
everyone kind of
storytelling ever.
Everyone had it like in their minds, you know.
Like this is something I see Red Nose doing.
No, I wouldn't do that, man. But
you know the thing is with this, I actually had it in mind that it could be happening, but I really thought it wouldn't be. I thought, oh, they would be doing something else, but that he actually did it showed so much. How can I say it? No fantasy at all to make
Lack
it so
of
easy.
effort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lack of effort.
And the way they left, like, and kind of, he said like, oh, they're good, like to Brooke and Chopper. I don't know.
Yeah, he's just like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like they got this shit. Like, my thing is, I really like kind of with Marastan is like it was always like there. I said it jokingly as in like, no way Oda's that lazy that he's gonna do that kind of thing. And then like that's happening, and I know Devil Lake was doing that for a while too. And I don't know. I don't know what you guys. I would rather had them escaped after the whole cake fell, and then they just somehow got away, and like the arc kind of ended there with Big Mom still pissed at them, versus like they're gonna go bake a fucking cake and come back here.
I
Because
agree.
if they can just get away on this boat, right, and like just dip, and like why would the fuck would they care about anyone else here? There's literally no one on this island outside of who's with them right now that they should even give a shit about. They should go. Get on the carpet, one by one, get in the fucking boat, cootie burst out of there, and just say fuck you.
I mean, they already saved Sanji, and Sanji wanted to save the wind smokes.
Hello.
So that shouldn't be any.
Terry, what's up?
All right. How is everyone?
Good, how about you?
pretty good, pretty good.
Yo,
Yo!
This
oh my god!
King
Thing out-
Bomb.
Is Grim
Don't
here?
call him that. That's
Yeah.
King
Lizard.
Bumby Bum.
Yo, so did Grim just arrive, or has he been here the whole time?
No, he just followed
Yeah,
you.
he just arrived
at the
too.
exact same time.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man, yo. It's been
I
Chopper on
just
this.
Siri gave him piggyback ride.
No, so I'm assuming you want my thoughts on the chapter, yeah?
Yeah, both of your guys' thoughts.
I'll let Grim go first.
Go, Grim.
What to be frank, fuck Sanji, fuck One Piece.
That's right.
When it comes to baking cakes, it's faggotry out here. Check out my review videos thumbnail. It's coming out soon.
Oh, disgusting. Self-promotion.
These other Haven guys, they know what they're
Yeah.
doing, so listen to them, like, subscribe, guys. This chapter was buns,
Yeah.
but it was only buns because of Sanji. The rest of it was quite exceptional. when it comes to seeing Pudding's powers work in a different dynamic, when it comes to seeing Brooke and Chopper out there fading and shit like that. And to
I
me, the best
object.
part was, yeah, and to me the best part was actually seeing Big Mom just tank that big ass attack by Zeus. It was incredible. But besides that, you already know, man.
Is it just me or is he really quiet?
Ooh, Grim.
Yeah, no,
He's
listen.
talking normally, so instead of
Yeah.
yelling, that's the whole point.
Yeah. He's actually,
Yeah, you're just used to him busting your eardrums.
give your piece.
So I think the chapter's pretty good, actually. I feel like I will reciprocate a lot of what Grim said about like seeing the new powers, like putting finally proof that she doesn't have to make contact to manipulate memories.
I like
Proof that Brooke used his soul to attack Prometheus. Proof that just so much new stuff when it comes to people's
Whoa,
powers.
where did we get
And then
that
just
proof?
not just that, but big proof that Big Mom is still a monster, regardless of being hit by such a devastating attack. But
Where did we get proof of that theory?
in
Proof of
terms of the actual plot, them getting to the ship is still taking forever, like it is going to. But that's fine. We brace ourselves for that. But there's some deeper stuff going on. I will get back to you on it because I'm still going back through Whole Cake to make sure that what I'm thinking is correct. But there's some kind of things that I think Oda's kind of hiding. That he's going to reveal at the end of the arc. I know Chatty knows what I'm on about, but then for example, bits that I didn't like. I'm not a big fan of the whole cake thing, even though, but my only reason for not liking it is because Sanji himself said that he would never do such a thing twice. However, it happening isn't bad. It's just right now there is no current reason why it is beneficial other than it stopping her rage. But after the rage, what do we do then? Do we fight her? Do we run? What do we do? Why do we need to bake her a cake if it doesn't fix everything that Big Mom has planned for the wedding? And then the other thing as well is what I didn't like is Katakuri and Perospero watching their own team get foderized by Brook and Chopper when they should have it on lockdown.
I found that kind of silly. I didn't understand it. I was like, I thought you guys were trying to like.
People are over exaggerating with the whole Sanji ignoring the Straw Hats thing because if there was no panel, which I'm about to mention, then they would be correct. But there's a panel where Sanji says to Luffy, the captain, I'll meet you guys, I'll meet you guys later then. And Luffy agrees to this. Luffy agrees to Sanji leaving. So there isn't really anything wrong with Sanji ignoring Brook and that because he's put faith in his captain to save them. But it is still the wedding cake thing and the Katakuri thing is a bit silly. So overall, I give the chapter like a 7.
Okay. What do you want to say to him, Grim?
Grim left.
Oh, because you ignored him today.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, so what do you guys think about Pudding's powers?
Basically, I'll ask Grimm's question for him. Where do you got the proof that Brook used his soul to attack Prometheus?
The fact that Prometheus is a soul and Brook uses his soul. The fact that Haki doesn't work and Brook doesn't have Haki. The fact that Brook's ice comes from his soul and it just all works together. I don't need to prove to you it's in the manga.
Read it.
What's your response, Grim's interpreter?
Grim, where'd you go?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Pudding's powers once we got to see it more of it finally?
Oh, I know we all. I mean,
Didn't even care.
If people didn't see this coming, then I don't know what to say to you. Like, I really don't. There's so many people. I don't know if you're new, if you've caught up recently, but seeing things like this happen to a devil fruit you've only seen once is not new. You should be expecting that these powers expand to things you couldn't possibly believe. This is why I was saying that she would have a wide range effect. There's no way it's limited to just contact. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember he said that in one of Brago streams. But me, on the contrary, I personally didn't give a damn.
Yeah.
It's not, but it's not. It's not. No, no. Currently, obviously, what it's doing is kind of irrelevant. It just helped them get out of the woods. However, for the future, when this power is now used again, it's not an ass pull for her to just suddenly do it. You know, it's now set up. It's now within the realm of her power, which is fine. It's good writing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, to me,
that's cool.
what I don't like is that, bro, he can show that shit, but he won't show like Brooks' power in action yet. Like, come on, dog. Like, bro, show me this shit in action, bro. I want to
We
see
still
it in
haven't seen.
action.
Speaking
Like,
of
it's
Brooke,
always behind the scenes, bro.
One thing I didn't. Sorry to interrupt you,
yeah, go
CJ. One thing I was a bit confused with Brooks' thing is technically those chess piece soldiers should all be wiped out like they were when he entered the
Right.
poneglyph room. Yet they're not. Some of them are still standing. Are
Yeah.
their souls of a
Yeah.
higher grade than the ones that
Might be
Brooke fought?
people.
Well, there's some of them look like people. I'm not gonna. Let me look at it again. I thought.
Some of them just might be people in clothes.
All of
I
all of
thought-
them. I just reread it. All of them are chess piece soldiers.
So real quick though,
I know,
go.
but what are some of those chess piece soldiers are people?
Well, I'm not talking about the chess piece, but look at the page where you see them like together, right? And look at the people on the ground right below Brooke. There's a guy, and it looks like it's an actual normal human.
I know the guy you're talking about. He's got a big. His
Kinda
Yeah,
looks
with
like
the
a
little curly hair.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a fisherman or something, to be honest. But yeah, like that looks like a normal person. As for the people around them, I can't really tell. I'm just re-looking at it again.
Well,
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
really see too many.
I think Chopper beat those guys though. I
Wait,
feel
no,
like
I'm just saying that there's just people. I was just saying there's people.
Yeah, so
And-
because Brooke doesn't like, you know, they would have slice marks, not like bludgeons and stuff
Right.
like that.
Speaking of Brooke, though, so like that little mist, or whatever you want to call it, coming out of his body, do you think that's his soul power, like solid ice shit?
GK, come on, you know the famous scene where he says, "I am the Soul King, baby,"
Yeah.
and then the whole soul comes out and wrecks all the chess piece soldiers. That's happening
Right.
in action.
The only reason I was asking is because, like, you remember back when people were talking about like Big Mom, if she did anything to Luffy, and like the little exhaust came out of him after he got out of Gear 4. I just wasn't sure, like, looking back at if that was like some relation.
We really have to wait until the anime to confirm it because we will never know. But this scene, I think it's also interesting because you could say it's because they're fighting, but I think Brook using this soul power does have a drain on him because he's wheezing. Now, not just that, in the panel afterwards, he turns it off, meaning I don't think he can use it for very long.
Right.
Yeah, he does the slash, like when he defeats the soldiers, and then he turns it off.
I should know if that's gonna come into play down the line later, similar to how like when the shadows on Thriller Bark were first being taken out.
If he does use it in the future, I don't think it's going to be as effective because it seems to only work on these SP soldiers really well.
Right. Yeah. Well, I was just talking about like if there's something outside of his powers. I was saying like if it's something related to Big Mom's soul power somehow, some way. Yeah, I was saying like if it's something similar to Warrior Shadows, how he could call the shadows from across the island.
Oh,
But no, like I think it is Brook's powers. Like a bit of money that it's there. I was just saying like outside of that.
Another thing is, I hate Peril Sparrow, bro. I hate him.
Why
All
is
he
that?
want to do is keep talking about nonsense. Like, bruh, do some work, bro.
I mean, this man is not really a soldier. I mean,
I know he's an architect.
He's very skilled with his fruit, but I don't see him being a real fighter.
He's not a
that.
front lines type of guy.
Yeah.
What did you say, Scotty?
Yeah, but he always likes to talk
He did
shit.
more than any Big Mom pirate.
Yeah. What did you guys think about like the fact that after he does his whole speech about no one's coming back, that what's his name? Kakuri was kind of like doing his little ... thing again.
He doesn't know either though because his power relies on seeing the future of people around him. He like unless his observation Haki is like Enna where he can see across the whole island, he should already know that they're alive. He doesn't currently know, so he's just waiting. He believes that he's already seen for himself firsthand the luck that the Straw Hats have, which is why he's on the ship because he even though he believes in Big Mom, he's saying, what if there's just a small chance they get away? I need to be on their ship to stop that.
Yeah, because I'm on the side like similar to that is that like after he like Periscope gives a speech of like okay like your friends are dead they're not like coming, it's kind of like Kakuri's like the like I don't know about that.
But he's been like that for the past 3 chapters.
Right, but I'm saying like I'm agreeing with you in the sense that like he knows that there's a small chance that like the opposite will happen. Like the whole Luffy X factor comes into play.
Well,
I'm saying,
for example, he's just surprised at the belief that they have. Like he's looking at Brook and Chopper. And he's like, why are they fighting so hard when they just saw a giant lightning bolt supposedly kill their crew? You know, why are they still so adamant? That's what he's thinking.
Your theory. I feel like Katakuri, out of anyone, probably would have seen, you feel me? Well, I'm gonna say out of anyone there, would have probably seen Zeus in action more, since he's basically their right hand. You feel me? Like he's the first commander. I would think that he's seen Zeus scale of lightning more, and he was looking like when he seen that lightning, that's when the dot dot dot. Like he's probably looking like, damn, that was a big ass lightning attack.
But the thing about that is that Perospero wasn't surprised by the attack at all. He was just like, "Oh, that's the regular Big Mom attack."
But after seeing what when Katakuri told him to kill the Vinsmoke, anything that come out his mouth, bro, is just redundant to me, and I ain't even taking it serious. I don't even acknowledge it no more, bro. Like this man is a clown, bro, literally.
What do you guys think, real quick, Monkey D, and then Hans, and then JB? I don't know if you guys gave your piece yet on the chapter. If anyone of you three want to say,
that shit was fucking trash, bro.
No, I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
The chapter was okay, but you did not have to show Sanji looking at Brook and Chopper and find a way. That was just stupid. Why would you show that?
But he does need to show it, because if he had not shown it, we would have behaved.
We didn't know what's going on.
It's actually very important.
No, he should have shown it, but he should not show Sanji seeing them and messing up his character even more, just letting his crew fight commander.
But it hasn't messed it up even more, because, like I said earlier in this very same chapter, he's already said to Luffy, "I'll meet you later, then, bro." And Luffy's like, "Yeah, sure, see you later." So that's already set. He's leaving regardless. He's leaving it in the hands of Luffy. He trusts in Luffy. Why would he go back on trusting Luffy?
Because Luffy's not there yet.
No, but it doesn't matter. Luffy will be there.
It's kind of like the whole thing of like when they do anything together, like the Ana's lobby, like arc and shit like that. We're like,
gotta believe in each other, Red Nose.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like this trust fall. Like, I would have been more against if Sanji went and tried to interrupt it after like having the whole like we have to go to Chocolate Town,
exactly.
You know, finish the cake, because like that's your one position. That's what you have to do. It'd be like if like whenever in Ana's lobbies when they sent Usopp to go snipe Spandam and save Robin that way. Like imagine if like Usopp's like, nah, like I'm gonna go fight a CP member instead. And then like they got it like Robin, and then they all died. Like it's kind of like that. They each have their own thing they have to do.
More or less, more people like Red Nose who like defend Sanji with pride. They hate the fact that gives ammunition for troll.
I don't really care about trolls. You should ignore trolls.
Oh, I don't care about trolls. I just care.
No, but hang on. You have to understand, guys. I hate it when you, and not to be rude, I hate it when you guys read the chapters one at a time. Of course, that's what you have to do when you wait a week. But you have to read these chapters with all of the chapters of this arc in mind. You have to go, what about the context of everything that has happened previously? How does it add up to what is happening now? And how will it affect the future of this arc? When you look at it like this, you can understand and justify some things, but other things you can't, which is why I, myself, a dedicated analyst and fan of One Piece, I'm a bit disappointed in some areas, but for the most part, this arc is good, and moments of this arc are good. To go every chapter looking for things to hate is ridiculous. You need to be objective.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think people do that.
I don't do that. I never did that.
Say, like,
but these last 3 chapters have been trash.
Yeah.
Like the last 3.
Look, I mean, honestly, everything that I don't like about this chapter is personal. I don't like how it makes me view Sanji personally.
That's what I'm saying.
It just feels redundant. But the larger piece set, like the larger set pieces that's happening within this arc, I think are really great, and I'm excited to see what happens next, dude. Like I'm not. I can separate what I want to see from what Oda is trying to do.
global kind of your fault in the community. We're disappointed in Sanji. Like, he's not getting the shine that we thought we were going to getting, and we all hyped up with each other.
Exactly.
However, we've known this for quite a while now, ever since he was sat outside the room for flowers, crying in the rain, right? So I don't know why everyone is still crying I don't know why everyone's still crying 40 chapters later. You know, it's been a long time, guys. You know, need to get with it. This is going to keep on happening until he gets that one moment, and if he doesn't get that one moment, then we can complain.
Broker's back in soon.
No, but this is what kills me, man. Oda's gonna draw his face like he's about to go fight someone talking about baking a cake, bro. Get that shit the fuck out.
I mean, like I said, I could rant for hours about the dumb shit that Sanji did this chapter. I really could, bro. But like,
I
can look past that.
I feel like overall, again, like, this chapter is good, but like some people seem to have this one problem of, if I have one problem with it, that one problem puts it at a zero. No, that's not how it works.
Not even that. He's just trying to think of it as a whole story.
What do you think about like Oda like highlighting the fact that the Straw Hats are kind of off path? You know what I mean? Like, do you think that's going to lead into something major?
Oh no, they fixed it straight away because Pudding now from the path of them.
By the way, that shit was fucking boss, seeing how Pudding did that for seducing words.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Have y'all talked about Pudding's devil fruit feet?
A little bit, but yeah, we can go top out again if you want to. If you want to throw anything in there.
No, it's
pretty
like,
hacks.
but dog, it's like why? We seen her do that to
It's kind of
the
like
trees,
Coronas.
but it's like we ain't see enough of it yet.
Short time.
It's kind of broken because
I feel like if she did it to a human being, it'd be devastating.
Yeah, that devil fruit negates Sugar's devil fruit, basically. Like, if she takes the memory away from the toys, Pudding can just get it back from them for a couple of hours or something.
No, you mean the people who forgot the toys? You mean the people who forgot the toys?
Yeah.
No, the toys don't lose their memories, though.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Nah,
okay,
but that's why I say he meant the people who forgot the toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she can't put them back.
No. But she those people that forgot, she can temporarily make them remember.
But Theory, how would she make them remember?
Because this fruit literally makes people remember.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Makes people remember their past lives.
What I'm saying, Theory, is because we know for what's it called, Sugar's devil fruit, that literally everyone forgets they even existed. That would include Pudding. So how would she put memories back of someone that she doesn't know?
But Pudding doesn't put the homie memories back into the homies. Her ability just refreshes their individual memory, you know, in their individual perspective. She doesn't go, I know what your past is, so I'll
I get what you're saying, Dan.
I know what your past is, so I'll pop it in your brain.
I think that's more of a
it's just a general widespread kind of ability that just does stuff.
I get what you're saying, though. You're right, Dan.
I agree. I guess in the context of Sugar wiping out everyone's memories, Pudding wouldn't even know that she needs to do something like that.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You know, no one would be around to tell her to do that because no one would know that they need to do that. But
that's true.
Boy crying to her.
But if she did know, she could have done it. That's what I'm saying. Like if Pudding was knew that Sugar took all these people's memory away, Pudding should be able to do it.
At this point, I'm more interested in seeing who's chasing after Capone and who's attacking, because the Vinsmokes are currently under attack. If you didn't know, they're not being chased; they're under attack right now. So I want to see that.
I'm interested to know what the Straw Hats are gonna do while this motherfucker's baking his cake, man. Like,
baking cake, of course.
Yeah, knowing that they can't leave yet.
They're under attack and they're baking a cake.
So, like, I mean, we don't. How long is it gonna take to bake this fucking cake? Are they gonna fight everybody?
It takes a whole day to leave Big Bum's territory. That's been stated twice. So
it takes longer to cool a fucking cake than it does to even bake it.
And if it turns.
And what are they gonna do about the ship, dude? Like,
apparently the ship is damaged as well.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Well, it kind of made a lot of people happy.
Well, I mean, it should be. If it fucking wasn't, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, they're fighting on the ship.
What's crazy about that is that it's Adam Wood's supposed to be the strongest kind of bark in the whole world. So whoever did that did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I got a question, Theory, for you and for the other ones as well. Do you guys think actually that pudding's fruit, like the thing that she did to Reiju, to erasing her memories, is like the evil side of pudding can do that,
It
and
doesn't
the other
matter.
one,
Both
and the
I
other
don't
one,
think it matters if she's evil or
Yeah.
not. I think she
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, just her
it's,
ability.
yeah, but I think like there's two
Are you
separate
saying
powers
who do you
for.
think is the one doing it? The evil one? Or
Yeah, exactly. That's
Oh,
what I'm trying to say.
That's
The evil.
that's something I'm going back to look at the
that's a
moment. But
good
it looks
question.
like it was in that whole scene. It was good pudding because good pudding is the one that sees that they're getting off track. She goes, Rabian, go back and help them. They go back. She helps them, and then she goes, that's better. And then she carries on flying with Sanji.
Yep.
Yeah, but
I
that
was hoping the
moment.
Fishman would show up this chapter.
Fishman.
Sorry, that was random. Go ahead.
The fishmen don't show up until Katakuri gets wrecked.
Okay, right.
Who's getting wrecked by it, bro?
Well, he's about to get he's about to get bodied by all of the Straw Hats like combined attack.
No,
Oh no,
He's gonna go
Katakuri's
fucking
done,
super
bro.
brain pointo. Fuck him up.
Bro,
Yeah, I would
Katakuri's
love to
done.
see Brain Point. Brain Point was that titty.
It's not done, man.
No, but
Man.
he's about to get knocked into the ocean and eaten by sea kings. So
Oh, damn.
Man, I don't know,
Confirmed.
bro. But Katakuri, bro, he's a monster, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
so he's a devil fruit user. Once he's in the water, it's over.
He's
He's
a
swallowed.
cocky monster.
I mean, you gotta push him to the water.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jinbei and Nami are more than capable of that.
I don't know.
No, Nami's not capable of it. Jinbei maybe.
Nami
You better
just
tell someone the future.
showcased the Yonko level feat, so don't
I
sleep.
see him dodge Jinbei pretty easily.
Bro, that's different, bro. What you gonna do? Pull the water out of the sea herself?
I mean,
No, she can just make it rain so that his power gets nerfed.
Yeah, but even if he's nerfed, he's still gonna be bumped like dog.
Yeah, so
Even
but he's nerfed, so it makes it even easier.
dog, Sparrow's still there.
You saw what happened to Cracker when he got nerfed. He became trash.
Trash.
Yeah,
Well, he's already trash.
but
You saw what happened to Crocodile when he got nerfed. He became trash. You saw what happened to NL when he got nerfed. He became trash.
bruh, it is what it is, bro. I just hope
And
he
that
don't
wasn't
do
a
that
nerf.
just basic ass bullshit writing, bro. Get this nigga a fair head up.
I just want to know, like, what is Oda leading us to, dude? Like, I really hope this whole arc was
But-
not a waste of time.
It's gonna
Like, I
be
really-
something big. It's gonna be
Nah,
something
but-
big
but
because
see-
the
payoff has to be huge.
yeah, but
man.
because the thing is, we got to see two nerfs now already. Like the first was the picture that didn't use was anything, it wasn't for nothing. Now we got the cake. If it doesn't make sense if those two things can nerf a Yonko, it should be stupid.
But this is what I'm trying. I've been trying to tell people this for the longest, bro. Even if this was a waste of time, bro, it's still not, because now Luffy has something to scale himself up against. Okay, if I want to fucking take down
that was
Kaido,
the exact point I was gonna make.
I
Like,
gotta
this
know
was
how
this
to
the
beat something like this.
I mean, if anything, like, this arc showed us what the gap is, and this shit is fucking huge.
Yeah, I'm glad that the gap is now clear to everyone because it's been clear to me since the arc started.
Exactly.
But
My favorite part is the Juggernaut. She can literally go through the fucking ground, like fucking air, man.
Theory,
Yeah.
I already
That's
said it.
pretty cool.
Theory,
I
I already said it. Theory, I said it already in the beginning. For all those people that really thought that Big Mom could fall this arc, they're crazy.
Who, like,
because
why would you even think of that possibility? Like, I don't even understand the
Hans, there were
rationale
so
behind
many
it.
people that
Nah,
were saying
bro,
Big Mom
it's-
could go
bro.
falling this arc.
yeah,
Dog.
thank you, Morris.
Dog, bro, listen, bro. I'm not gonna criticize no one for their thoughts, bro. You feel me? Like, if you
I
thought that, that's cool.
criticize you for your thoughts if you have no evidence, and since they
Yeah.
had no evidence, I can
I
criticize them.
criticize you for your thoughts even if you have evidence.
Bro, you Theory, you can say what you want on that, bro, but it's like, dog, you feel me?
No, but
I'm not. My point is, I'm not
Well-
here to play judge, jury, and
no, I
shit
understand
like
what
that,
you're
bro.
trying to say, Waller. But if
Okay, I'll judge you if you have evidence.
I'm not out.
One-
Listen up. I'm not out here to come for you or try to knock you down. I'm here to help you read the series properly. And if you're not doing that,
Exactly. That's what
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
try
say.
and
help
If you are a One Piece fan and you know exactly what's going on, you should know already that a Yonko will not fall down. This is easy how it is.
Yeah.
All right, bro. You feel me? Listen, dog. You feel me? Y'all talking to me, 100 beats, nigga, and I am a guy who reads One Piece, just like
Clearly.
you all.
Do you?
You feel me? Hey, Chatty, eat nuts. But but back to what we saying. I read One Piece just like y'all. You feel me? Like, but everybody gonna have their own varying opinion. I was one of the people that said, "For I don't think Big Mom will be out for the count." But if from the scale of that attack, she could be stunned. I said it's a possibility.
Yes, of course it's a possibility.
And that's why I said I don't know how Oda's gonna write the story. But
But
the way she tanked it,
But you can make
oh my goodness.
reasonable assumptions.
Yeah.
Sorry, my fault.
Nah,
like
but
for example, even I was saying you can go into some of Brago's streams. I was saying I think at a maximum she took a little bit of damage, but it's most likely that she took nothing.
She didn't have her hair wasn't even frozen.
That's what happened.
yeah, this is crazy, bro. Like
There's no shit.
that is maddening, bro. Like it's like yo, if I don't even want to see what they got to do to knock Kaido off his feet. Yeah, like to even knock him off his feet, bro. What do you have to do?
The gap shouldn't be that big, as you guys.
But this is the thing. Like if you had this perspective at the start of the arc, like myself, and you kept seeing like you already knew that the Yonko were untouchable before. You already had this perspective, and you kept on seeing how crazy Big Mom kept getting and getting. That's why I'm so excited. I already come to the conclusion that Kaido was unstoppable like 40 chapters ago, and every single chapter since then, it's been like a year now. I'm at a loss as to how we even win at Wano. I'm really
Yeah, I have no
confused.
idea. No idea.
Yo, I was at that point. No, like y'all see Kaido is my Twitter handle like this.
Kaido's trash.
I mean,
But no, it's like
even his introduction is a motherfucking gap, dude. Like,
He lost him.
What are you saying, Chitty? We cannot hear you.
I said I know how they tell you how he lost a bunch and shit.
I mean, the fact that the motherfucker dropped from the sky on top of niggas, just like, I'm gonna sneak you bitches.
but this is the
Gangster
thing as well. It's like I don't. It's just there was this other thing. It's a bit similar to how people just want to look for stuff to hate in each. Not you guys, but other people are looking for things to hate in these chats. It's the same for Big Mom in general. It's quieting down a bit because they have no fire anymore. But at the start of the arc, every day
Yeah.
I had to fight people that were trying to trash this woman, right? And
Yeah,
now,
I
now
agree.
now
I
look at
listen
her.
to
Now
the
look at her.
streams.
I don't
You know?
even. How can you say that though? Like, I know a lot of people were saying that at the beginning of this arc, like Big Mom is trash, and I would
Yeah,
always ask, based off of what?
doesn't make any sense. She's a Yonko on the level with all these other people that we think are godlike. So why would she be the weak one?
It's crazy.
She's the abnormally strong one with a
I mean,
different.
because she's a woman.
As soon as what got me is as soon as her powers were explained by Pound, who's another person we need to see, by the way. As soon as her powers were explained by Pound, that was it. I started analyzing what it could do, how capable it is, and how crazy it is. I started discovering that it has infinite range. I started discovering that the main homies are intangible. I started discovering that she has 30 odd other black blobs across all the islands of Totland, and she might be able to do something with those. Who knows? She was disgusting from stats alone. Then we found out that she's fighting Brook, wrecked her counter. Then we found out that she has an insanely durable body. It was just the GGs kept flying into my face. It was insane.
Man,
The monster.
And for her to say, "Oh, you can't take that thing down."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that should be how it is. That's how Oda bring us to this point that we see that Big Mom
I
is
mean,
just
but
too
like
strong.
I'm timid when Oda does that, because if he wants to, he's already showing us how formidable Big Mom is, and if he wants to use this moment to hype up Kaido, like, you got to be careful on how you want to resolve that situation.
But this is the thing. He said in the SBS way before back in Dressrosa, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Because
I know.
you know how Oda is. He plans far ahead. right?
Of course, yeah.
He said to us, because he's already in his head, he's already been where we are right now. He's like, when I make these scenes hyping up Kaido, they're gonna think Jesus Christ. So he said to us, I have no idea currently how Luffy can defeat Kaido,
Yeah.
and I don't want it to just be, oh, he punches really hard and he wins, because we as a community would go, what the hell, Oda, you know?
Yeah.
So he's going to think. I think the resolution is a lot of nerfing and a lot of teamwork. But I know some people are not going to like that. But I'm all
Yeah.
for that.
Well, that's the
That's what he said,
rational
Craig
way to
said.
combat against a situation like that. Like, you know what I mean?
There's
I
even
mean,
a
I'm cool.
chance. There's a chance though that because he's coming back. Kaido doesn't end his story at Wano. He comes back for the future, which is what people are going to be really confused. They're going to be like, "What?" It's the same people that said about this arc. This arc's irrelevant. Then when we go to Wano, people are going to say Wano's irrelevant because we didn't kill Kaido. Get out! You have to understand that there's more story than just these two arcs. It really
Yeah, we
hurts.
don't
to
kill
hear this.
people.
There's enough people to fill with that story.
We don't really kill like villains at all.
Like there's a whole thing coming with Fishman Island. There's a whole thing coming with Elbaf. There's a whole thing coming with the Big War. There's a whole thing coming with the Supernovas and Blackbeard and Shanks. There's so many other interactions that need to happen.
Is somebody lifting off right now in an airplane?
These
No,
two
there's
arcs,
just an airplane flying above my neighborhood.
these two arcs, like Whole Cake and Wano, I've said it in the Discord, Braga's Discord, are just to help us understand who these individuals are, you know, who is in their crew and what their devil fruits are, so that in the future when we actually for real fight them, we don't have to go through all these introductions. We already know who these dudes are, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's even a chance that when we go to Wano, Kaido's full crew isn't even there. It's just the samurai, him and Jack. You know, we might not even meet.
We just kill him and want him to.
No, we don't. No, Jay, there's not. If there is one, it's the if there is a chance, it's the lowest chance out of all the other
Dad
possibilities.
was eaten by that dude as soup. He wants him dead. They're supposed to kill him.
I know, but that's the problem I'm having as well. Is like, I find it hard to believe that after we win and we don't kill him, let's say we don't kill him, I find it hard to believe that he wakes back up and he doesn't want to tear our heads off.
No, I find that hard to believe too. That's why I think they're going to kill him somehow or some way or do something.
But no, but
Maybe
Chatty,
Sue
no,
will come
but
walk
Chatty,
They got him. I think they're gonna
Chatty,
mobilize him. Like I think they're gonna give him the Oars treatment.
I agree with you theory 100%.
But Chatty, this is the thing. The Navy, you know, the prisons, the tortures, the Yonko. None of these individuals themselves have been able to kill him. And you think some supernovas are going to do that?
Well, I didn't think Luffy could beat Moria at all when that arc came out, and then he got.
No, we know Chatty. We can beat him. We're not killing him.
Well, remember when they shattered that goddamn giant's bones into a bark? What if they did that to him?
I don't think we can't. Listen, Kaido doesn't get hyped up to not be unkillable and then die in the first arc we ever see him. Do you know what I mean? Do you know how trash that would be?
Well, how trash is it that we still don't know anything about any of the backstories of the admirals, but we know the whole toy soldier's life?
That's trash. But,
I mean, that boggles my mind too. So I can't put anything past him. I agree with you that it definitely the way they.
I feel the same way. I feel the same way I do about this arc as I do with Wano going into
the way they portrayed him. He should be there until the end of the story.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. If it's the same as how I was for this arc. I was like, there's a chance that we defeat Big Mom with the Vin Smokes and Capone by our side and loads of nerfs and all of the counters that we have, like Jinbei, Nami, Brook, a Sea Stone Spear and stuff like that. We have loads of stuff to our advantage against one individual. However, than that, if he were to go down, it's the same thing as Big Mom. Even with all that, I said I was going to drop if Big Mom dies or goes down this arc. If Kaido goes down in Wano, which isn't even his headquarters, it's just one of his allies' base.
What is his headquarters?
We don't know. It's some other island, but it is Wano. And yeah, I don't know what I wouldn't know what to think. He will be defeated and kicked out of Wano, but he won't be killed.
Hey, don't mean to cut you off, but thanks for having me off.
Oh yeah, you're. I don't know why I'm saying you're welcome. I don't even know this.
All right, thanks, no problem. Thanks for joining in, Wallow.
Yeah,
Hey, no
peaceful.
problem, man. Y'all boys be easy, bro. I
I
don't need y'all
appreciate.
no
I
time.
appreciate your
Peace,
opinion.
man.
Listen, no offense to you, by the way.
Nah, bro. You know, none taken, bro. Hey, I appreciate good commentary, bro. We do this. But hey, one of these days, bro, Theory, I'm gonna link up with you and we're gonna go in on some One Piece.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace. But no, and that's another thing as well. It's like, and what really drives me insane is that Shanks and Garp are on these monsters' level without a fruit.
We don't know why.
How is that? How is that even possible? Could you imagine taking away Luffy's fruit and you expect him to reach their level? I don't get it.
For Shanks, I don't see. I see it not being a big issue. But Garp, I have the biggest issue with in the fucking story. I want to see him do something.
No, check. Listen, just think in this example for a second. Take away Luffy's fruit right now. It goes from maybe one day to impossible.
Yeah, but
True,
if you
but
look at
go ahead, James.
if you look at Big Mom, even if you take out her fruit, I would still think she's a monster. You know.
Exactly.
But okay, like think about this. All right, all the people that have conquered Haki in this story, there's like about 10. All of them, they've had the ones that we know of, at least other than Garp, because they won't show them doing anything. Fucking when they do it, they release it. It's really they think about it and they make it happen. It releases from their body, and then a wave comes out and everyone gets knocked out. And that's how it's gone for every single person that has it, except Shanks. Somehow, Shanks is so powerful that it not only knocks you out without him releasing anything or doing anything. He's just walking by. It's breaking inanimate objects into pieces.
Oh, do you think he doesn't do it on purpose?
I think he was purposely on guard, but I don't think he was thinking, I'm going to break that piece of wood. He's getting knocked out.
Because didn't he say like I'm getting into an enemy ship, so
No, but this is the problem. Is like when you train Haki, you can pinpoint who and who you don't want to use it on. What Chatty's saying is, you really think Shanks like, oh, you see that fodder over there? I want him to pass out.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true.
It's either that or it's so immense that it's literally so powerful for him that he can't. That's not a case for him anymore. It's just oozing from his body, and
maybe it works like an aura or something.
That's basically the two options.
Yeah.
And then people, but I feel like the problem people are going to have with that is when we get to this point in the story where when we get to that point in the story where Shanks is like that, they're going to look back to Eastwood and be like, well, how come a child Luffy could be in his presence? How can he go into a bar and the bar doesn't fall apart? I feel personally that he didn't have the level of Haki he has now back then.
What did you say? What about the level of Haki he had now that he had back then?
I said, why people are going to be like, well, how come when he was in Goa Village, he didn't destroy the bar that he was in? How come he could pick up glasses to drink and they don't smash? How come Makino didn't pass out? How come Luffy didn't? How come Luffy didn't pass out?
Because he was on guard in there and on the boat. Remember? He came on there. He came on there ready, basically, because he was on every boat.
Yeah, but I feel like, but for example, like even when he saved Luffy from the Sea King, Luffy should have passed out in his arms.
But that was 20 years.
That's what I'm saying. Is like I don't think back then I don't think he had the level of Haki he does now.
Yeah.
But look what Luffy's done in 5.
You don't think he can just focus his Haki to make sure he don't harm people that he care about? You know.
No, because like for example, when he showed up to Kobe passed out just being next to him. So
I literally look at it this way: when he got me on guard. I was on guard when Blackbeard scratched me. I think that's what he means. He was like he was on that boat. He was ready to go, and he got hurt by fucking Blackbeard, which is crazy. That's basically what I'm assuming he was.
And you have to remember, like Haki isn't like you can train to learn how to not wipe out your friends, but you can't train it to be stronger. It's something that grows. And since it was so long ago since we saw him with that Sea King, his Haki like could have had the biggest growth spurt of anyone in the world. Like he could have grown as an individual so much that his Haki is just insane.
Insane in the membrane.
That's my assumption.
But what my problem with that is Luffy might not ever even reach that stage of Haki at this rate because clearly he
Shanks
doesn't
literally
really
will never be able to gain to any level of the power that he has gained from his fruit because he doesn't have it. The devil fruits are an immense power, regardless of Haki being there. Having a devil fruit is a big deal, and if you have Haki and a devil fruit and something else, what? You're fucking gonna be so powerful.
This is why I struggle to see end of story Blackbeard being defeated by anyone in a 1v1. Because he's gonna have two crazy devil fruits, one master probably and one really good mastery, and then if he plans on defeating Shanks, he's gonna have insane Haki too.
See, that's my main reason of thinking he teams up with someone like Dragon. But you don't think that Blackbeard having two devil fruits like that he has a lot of use with, like he can use them both pretty much to the degree that he needs to. That's gonna take him time to train a little bit. Both of them, like he's gonna have.
But he also needs to learn. He needs to learn how to reduce the damage he receives, though, because he receives a lot of damage.
He does. That's true. But I'm saying, like, the time he's got to take to train both of them instead of just one, I don't think he's gonna have time to do the Haki too.
And that's another thing too. Is like Dragon's King's Haki is supposed to be just as insane, because when Luffy used his, they only mentioned Whitebeard and Shanks in a side comment. Everyone else pointed at Dragon and were like, "Oh my God, he's just like Dragon," you know?
Yeah, that's true. They did all mention Dragon when they were at the war.
That, you know what I mean? Like Dragon's King's Haki is going to be disgusting.
But Garp's the one. I want to see him do something. Why won't they show it? Why is he a fraud?
Well, we saw him have a clash with Don. We saw him have a clash with Don Chinja, so maybe he has King's Haki too.
I like how Luffy conquers clashes with Don Chinjo, but he doesn't with Big Mom.
Is that the man?
That might be why Luffy got drained. Maybe a King's Haki was too much. Who knows?
No, I was not going to show Luffy punching a girl in the face over and over again until she's knocked out with the wide eyes.
That's another thing. Big Mom's going to pass out this arc from the cake. She's going to get 1v1 by a cake.
Yeah. So what do you think about that theory? You think it's just going to be so good, or you think he's going to tamper with it somehow?
It's going to be so good because what's going to happen is it's going to be so good. She's been exerting her energy so much, she's going to pass out, and then in that passed out state, Katakuri is going to try and kill us. We beat him, and then after we do that, Pudding's going to erase loads of people's memories.
Comes out of the fucking shadows and stabs her.
Hey, but
through the heart.
I feel like it may be the fucking recipes that you learn on Kama Island. It might be like a specialty of one of them that like makes you faint or something.
I feel like also, but like Chatty said, Bobbins, if he comes back, he's going to be the reason why loads of the fodder of the crew, like Smoothie, for example, get put to sleep.
Fodder of the crew.
I always found him weird because he was the only kid that before all the madness happened that seemed to not give a fuck about Big Mom. He didn't care about her. He didn't seem scared of her at all or concerned about her at all. He was just always super happy-go-lucky looking. I don't know.
Bobby is secretly the Yonko.
I just think he was somehow able to stop her from doing the things that she does.
If you put her to sleep, yeah.
Yeah, that's my point.
I would find it weird if his ability worked on Big Mom flawlessly, though.
I think it does.
But this is the thing. Is this is the thing that you have to. But this is the thing, dude. Is hacks? We've not yet seen a way to defeat hacks. You know, every time we've seen a hacks person be defeated, it's either because of a hard nerf, and both of them have been Usopp. Usopp hard nerfed Perona, and he hard nerfed Sugar.
That's God Usopp for you, though. Makes
Usopp doesn't nerf anyone.
Usopp just, he just
he's the greatest. He doesn't nerf people.
No. You know what I mean? Like he is their natural counter.
When you can't be any more depressed than you already are, you're fucking.
Who is the other one other than Perona? You said.
Sugar.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't like the Sugar one. I did like the Perona one, though. I thought the Perona one actually kind of made sense.
I loved the Perona nerf. I thought that was amazing.
The Sugar one was a little disappointing because they built it up for 5 chapters.
I like the Sugar one because it literally had Usopp, the 20-year-old, fighting a little girl, and it was weird. And it's like,
well, she's 22, you know.
Well, what did you think, Chatty? He was gonna shoot her with the fucking.
Growing at the age that she ate the fruit.
Thought he was gonna snipe that bitch. You can't snipe a girl.
No, yeah, it's just why do you gotta make Usopp fight a little girl? Can't he fight a person that's adult?
That was a grown woman.
So I mean, so for example, if Bobbins is yet another individual with a hacks, just he wobbles his head, you fall asleep. We haven't seen a way that you can stop that yet.
It would also explain why his bounty is so low, because he just kind of like puts you to sleep and kills
everybody
you.
to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, and like no one would know.
They don't see him do the things that he's doing. He puts you to sleep.
I hope that's the case. I really do.
You wake up.
But again, once again, we might be overhyping because he is currently dead. So.
Well, it could be to the point like Sanji said, just stay away from her. Maybe like Katakuri senses what's going on. He finds Bobbin somewhere and he tells him like, hey, like put Big Mom to sleep for a bit while we make this cake or something. Could happen.
But the thing is, even in Big Mom's sleep, like the homies like almost wrecked the Straw Hats.
Luffy's still in the forest.
Remember do you remember in that bedroom scene they almost killed everyone?
That's true.
Oh, Zeus and Prometheus, yeah.
But somehow they couldn't differentiate them from a flock.
That's just how big the power gap was.
I don't know, man. The idea of that bitch is cool. I like that she's a fucking big monster that's all crazy and got abandoned because she's so crazy. But I don't like how she has the dumbest, most incompetent, lazy crew.
They're just inconsistent. Like half the time they don't know what's going on because they're all so scared of her.
They're shown
and the other half,
they're shown to be good, and then they're literally like don't even do anything.
No, Teddy.
It's not even that they fail; they just don't.
Yeah, but Teddy, the thing what I think is Oda's trying to do is not focusing actually on them and doing them, making them like a little bit like trash. It's just because he wants to use them in full potential in a later arc.
He's done that enough in this story.
He's negatively portraying their characters right now because
I agree. Like I agree with you, Maris, but like it is like Yonko is saying, it's an excuse. That's the only excuse we can use to justify it because now, objectively, like because we don't know the future, he has done a negative job of making them look good. Especially Smoothie, for example. Like there's nothing good about her.
You can try and justify anything. You can't justify Smoothie. You can't justify anything or her lack of doing anything.
She's a literal joke.
It's actually ridiculous.
Nothing but sit, run, stand, and talk.
Like I have a 12-year-old sister who reads this series, and I spoke to her about Smoothie today. And the first thing she said to me was, "She's disappointing," and I didn't have to say anything, you know. It is, and since this is being written for children, and a child is saying that.
I think disappointing is kind of an understatement. It's like having someone drawn there and they literally never.
Yeah, but the thing is, what I'm trying to say, it's almost like Oda is doing it on purpose.
Yeah, it's like he's saving her.
But
that's not what he's supposed to do. For example,
I know.
He shows so many other of their powers, though. He showed Cracker and Katakuri.
He can show us what she can do in one scene, then leave her forever, and we'd be satisfied.
Exactly. Don't fucking shoehorn her in later, where she doesn't belong.
It's like I guess they showed her like ringing that girl out, but that's so like random. You can't really like put a finger on what she actually can do.
It was retarded.
And with Katakuri and Crack, we've actually got like it broken down like what their fruit is and what they can do with it.
Well, the thing is that Cracker is currently the best commander out of all three of them in terms of offensively.
He's dead.
Yeah, but he's dead, so now we're resorting to the two trash members.
That's what I'm saying. Like the best one died.
Yeah, and the thing is, we didn't even saw Snack.
And this asshole had the audacity to have the fucking anime draw in that fight, and then just see what's the shadow of Snack. Are you fucking?
That's another thing too. Is that you have to understand that Big Mom's whole crew were nerfed currently because Snack was not here. We may have had to have dealt with him or her too. You imagine that dealing with another commander on top of all this nonsense.
It's just like I don't like the fact that Big Mom's crew is nerfed by Big Mom because they're just so scared of her. Like I do not like that.
But that's the irony, though, isn't it?
I guess. I don't know. I just feel like there's some way he could have made it like less. I don't know. Better, I suppose.
Less garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to call it trash.
No, we can.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys do it over here in Outer Haven. So.
But no, yeah, 1-0 guys, like the 1-0 is going to be similar. Like there's going to be lots of running around because we're no, trust me. There's going to be lots of running around.
I know.
There's going to be lots of. There's going to be like we're going to do this plan and this is how we're going to do this and it's going to flop and then we're going to have to think of something else. It's just how writing works. You don't just walk into a top tier. Think of any series you've seen where you walk into a top tier's place and then everything goes well. I've never seen it.
My hope is because Kinemon and Law and Zoro have been there for like a decent amount of time before Luffy gets there, that they might have already done some of that like groundwork, so we won't have to run around like find allies and hide and shit. Hopefully, we can just have a battle plan when we get there. Maybe like do a little bit of training beforehand and then go after it. I know it's like optimistic as fuck, but that's
the
what I
only
hope
thing
is
that
happening.
the thing that's going to make Wano more hyped than this arc, even though it's going to run similarly, is that there's going to be a lot of guest appearances. For example, Marco. I think one of the admirals shows up. Stuff like that.
It really is going to be like a Marineford with just how many like random characters are going to be on like one place.
The problem with this is of off screen because such and such is going to be set up to fight such and such, and then he's going to go over to somewhere else and set up something else, then go to somewhere else and set up something else, and he's going to come back to the first setup and go, oh, now it's been 20 minutes there. This is what's currently going on, and he's going to go, oh, 40 minutes have passed. Now this is what's going on the second one. Oh, an hour has passed. Now this is what's going on in the third one, and everyone's going to be like, what? We missed so much stuff. I wish he didn't off-screen fights, but that's just how it's going to be from now on.
Maybe, yeah, probably.
Not maybe, because you have to understand that in the future, where Luffy himself and Zoro, they're going to be starting to fight individuals that can fight for multiple days. If you want to read a fight that lasts multiple days, then you be my guest. You're going to be bored, you know.
I guess as long as the anime, like fleshes it out, I'll be fine with it. I suppose. I guess.
Like you really want to read a chapter, right? That goes on for 5 days, and then each chapter you get about 20 minutes of each day, right? Whilst other stuff goes, because the arcs are not just, oh, let's focus on this fight and then let's focus on that fight. It's let's focus on this fight and focus on everything else that's going on around the fight. And if the fight's going to last multiple days doing that, you're going to be in that arc for 3 years, buddy. It's going to take a long time.
When we're talking about like Luffy, I could never imagine Luffy having a fight like over however long his Gear 4 thing is. So I know like he had the 11-hour fight, but that was mostly him like running around like eating and
no, it wasn't. It was King Bomb carrying him around.
Oh, like hiding in King Bomb's like mouth or something. I don't think on Wano they're gonna have that luxury yet. Like I don't know how they're fucking gonna do it.
But there is going to be a luxury of that because there's other supernovas to cover for him now. There's not just him and no one. It's him.
That's why I don't like Gear 4. Is because he's gonna have that time limit every time. Like I don't see the time limit getting any better. He's gonna like.
Oh, the time limit's gonna get better eventually. You know, he's eventually gonna.
Got better the day you saw it.
To the point he can beat like Yonko. Like these are the people we're fighting now, and he's gonna like.
Once again, you're looking at the short term. In the long term, Gear 4 is an end of story Luffy. This is we're back from a time skip to get wrecked by top tiers Luffy. You know.
Every time you're told that he has a time limit, he literally surpasses it.
Even if he ends his time limit during even if he ends.
He lasted 5 seconds versus Big Mom.
Even if he ends his time limit, he won't be able to defeat the top guys. He needs extra support. Gear 4 is not going to defeat Blackbeard. Gear 4 is not going to defeat Big Mom. Gear 4 is not going to defeat Kaido. He needs another step, and he's not going to get that for a long time.
Gear 5th.
Wait a second. Okay, what about this? So, hold on. He's in Gear whatever.
Buy Gear 4. Buy Gear 4.
Fucking 10.
Wait. Hang on. By Gear 4, I mean Bounce Man, not like all the other ones that are coming.
I'm talking about he's in his like final stage thing where he's like Haki up Gear 4 style. He punches at Blackbeard's hand. That's dark. That's not dark, but white. With the earthquake thing. Does he counteract it, or what do you think's gonna happen?
Well, Luffy can't really die to an earthquake anyway, so he kind of knows that's Whitebeard.
Huh? What?
Like Luffy can't really die to a quake punch.
No, I'm saying, does his Haki punch, Haki up punch, counteract it, or is it just kind of go around it?
It can't counteract what?
Maybe like the original like
with a quake.
the impact of like the fists
You
like
understand what I'm
might not
saying?
feel
Remember
there.
Blackbeard or
I
Blackbeard
guess
and fucking Goku punching each other? Imagine that is Garp. Is it Garp's replacing Blackbeard? Is there a fucking wave hitting a wave, or what do you think's gonna happen?
I guess perhaps in the future, like Luffy could become like Alvida, where like he just can't even be touched.
That's a possibility. Maybe
It's
that
all
was
about
foreshadowing in her fruit.
it's all about
that.
King's Hockey, dude. I think King's
no.
Hockey nerfs Devil
Oh,
Fruits.
you and your King's Hockey.
That has to be because that's the only reason Shanks could be as strong as he is compared to these other people.
Why didn't Whitebeard just have earthquake throwing knives?
Even I tried, dude. I think you could do it, honestly.
Earthquake throwing knives.
Bro, they nerfed me so hard in that shit. Actually,
Don't even start.
what was I gonna say though?
But
I
do
think,
you guys actually think that that in the end of One Piece, Luffy's gonna be as strong as Yonko?
He'll be.
He'll
He'll have the potential to be, but he will
If
never
he
be.
didn't run out, if he didn't run out of Gear 4, he's already strong as Yonko.
But right now he's never going to be as strong as Blackbeard until we see something else.
I agree with
No,
that.
but he's saying
But
the
if he
very
didn't run out of Gear 4, he is Yonko level.
Of course he's Yonko
If it
level.
never ran out, he would.
I
That's a
wouldn't
Yonko.
say that. I would say
Oh,
Admiral
he's not
level.
Yonko level with Gear
It's like
4.
he
nah.
could.
I think
He
he is.
could
If that never ended, imagine if he never ever ran out of energy doing that.
Nah,
I still don't think it's enough. I
think
can
he
say
would ever be
Admiral.
able to stop it. It would
I
just be a
don't think
balancing
he would
mess.
get like overpowered or anything, but I don't think he would like do.
I don't think
I
he's
guess that's what I'm saying.
overpowering
He would almost have to basically end up tiring them out.
like he
But
caught
no, but
he
this is-
conked
but-
on her.
What happens when you
check-
punch rubber?
Blocked
hang
him
on,
with
hang
the
on,
elbow.
guys, hang on. This is the point I'm trying to make. Is once he reaches a state like that, he's going to be into those multiple day fights that we've been waiting for, and we're not. And again, it's going to be one of those things where they fight equally, and then one of them slips up. You know. That's what I'm seeing Oda going for, because I said this 2 years ago in a Haki video of mine. I was like, I don't really understand how Zoro versus Mihawk is even going to be entertaining, because they're both going to be the top tier swordsman level, right? And their fight will be so close that they're just going to be fighting equally until one of them makes a mistake. That's not going to be fun to watch at all.
I was kind of envisioning it like the Ryuma fight, whereas like they said they're kind of evenly matched, so it just
But
came down
Zoro's
to like
better, right?
yeah, it just came down to like one Zoro being better moment, and then I'm just kidding. Just like one particular moment would decide the entire fight, and hopefully it's not like 5 days into it. It's just like
You think Mihawk's going down in one day?
it's just like it depends how he writes it. Like if it's gonna be like a singular, like if that's gonna be
Like
the
if
battle going on at the time.
If Shanks and Mihawk have a legendary duel or duels, daily duels, in fact, Zoro is not just going to win in one.
I think Oda put his foot in his mouth with the fucking 10-day, 5-day fights or whatever, because now it puts this like crazy like this crazy time frame on these fights, and it's just like
Bro, we've been having there was an 11-day fight stated in the beginning, like when we were in East Blue, bro. Oda knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but like when it comes to like drawing fights, he hates it, and now he's gonna have to like skip most of it. You know?
But no, but it's not. But that's the point. Is he's now saved himself the trouble by setting this up. He now doesn't have to draw them. He can just have things happen, and then we get to see the result.
The whole 3-day fights thing doesn't even make sense with the fact that Marineford was half a day.
If there are like
But that's the point.
5
Chat,
fights going on at the same time,
That's the point. That's the point that Marineford was trash. The admirals didn't pull off a punk hazard. Whitebeard didn't destroy the world. None of these guys did their actual best at Marineford.
yeah, Marineford really was all hype, to be honest. I enjoyed it. I would never put it as like my favorite One Piece like arc or whatever.
What's better than it so far?
Sabodi.
Sabodi Archipelago.
Yeah, I like Sabodi.
Even just like
without the supernovas, it's garbage. And he wasn't even planning to do that.
But it has supernovas.
Made him do it.
There's still like the whole like slave house thing, like the punching the seeing Rayleigh and having Rayleigh talk to them was cool.
Great.
Yeah, but Luffy punching Charlos in the face was lit.
Hmm?
And that was when we first got introduced, or not introduced to Minx, but they brought up Minx and all these other races.
Oh god!
And you can't say just like, oh, if you took the supernovas out because they're part of it now. I like them. It was pretty hype.
What are you talking about? No, I'm saying the supernovas were in the story. They weren't in that part. They didn't make up the supernovas for Oda and then put them in the. No, that's not what they happened. didn't have them.
Like, listen. Okay, listen. If look at Marineford, right? This is just how you should see the admirals and Whitebeard and Marco and everyone. Just look at Doflamingo at Marineford, right? Then look at him at Dressrosa. Compare the two. Have them fight each other.
Dofi's the most like literal. He's such a fucking opportunist. It's not even funny.
But look at the marked difference between Marineford Dofi and Dressrosa Dofi.
They destroyed all of his shit, and it was just him, and how crazy he went.
Right, exactly.
He didn't have to deal with that bullshit.
Exactly, but for example, that's what I'm trying to say is that level of difference between the careless, I don't really want to play Doflamingo.
But it wasn't careless. It was just
shut up a sec. To the I'm gonna kick your ass Doflamingo is the same for the admirals, Whitebeard, all of them. They were all holding back hugely.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I understand. I hear your point. I don't exactly know what I would put over Murford off the top of my head, but like just from that, like we know like Aokiji and Akainu can fight for like a week and a half. We know like Awakening's a thing. We know like Conqueror's Haki and all these things are a thing.
Logi and Logia fought.
Fucking Punk Hazard
It's a never-ending battle. It's a stalemate already. That's my point. Like of course that fight's gonna go on forever.
Yeah, but there are plenty of people there with like cool abilities and stuff.
What I'm saying is, if it's a Logia versus a Logia, it's gonna go on.
Out of all these guys, like Marco is gonna end up looking the worst because he's no, it's not even a joke because like even if he fights equally with someone, right? With his wait. If he fights, let's say for example, and we know it's not true. Let's say for example he fights equally with Aokiji, right? And he's using his regen Phoenix to do that.
Hello?
We already know that his regen. We already know that his regen has a cap. So once that cap runs out, it's like Gear 4's time limit. He now has a time limit. He's done. He loses right then and there. Surely.
True.
Unlike Aokiji, who could just do that all the time.
Poor Marco, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Logias don't have time.
It's kind of like it's even like Hawkins through almost like he has like those like 9
It's,
lives.
there's another one with Hawkins. You fight Hawkins equally for 10 days. He loses once he runs out of bodies, surely. Whereas you don't, because you can just fight like that on your own without any bodies.
It would just be like so stupid if like Marco shows up on Wano, and then he just like Haki's up, goes like full body Haki, and starts like fucking people up with like martial arts and shit.
Marco. If he does hella good,
yeah, that's what I want to see.
He kills hella people and Haki up. I'm gonna be pissed because he didn't do shit like that at Marineford.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. He didn't show anything other than like
failure at Marineford and didn't help.
He grew wings and like if you think about it, he was the second strongest person on their side, and the other side had 3 admirals and like Garp and Sengoku and shit. So like obviously like he was kind of like outmatched, but especially because like Wiper didn't even really do anything either. He was just kind of like sick and bleeding the entire time. So like Marco was kind of in a shitty position. Like he was never going to like come out looking good.
Wiper didn't do anything else.
It's like Wiper just gonna do something, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm hurt now. I'm gonna fall to my knees." Luffy, you use your conquerors.
Was somebody else? I mean, who was the guy that destroyed Marineford? I guess it wasn't Whitebeard.
Blackbeard saw.
And he's the one that fought Kaido too. Hello.
Your voice got low.
He's the one that fought Akainu.
Akainu.
Sakazuki.
Awkward silence. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
I'm waiting
What's going
for
on,
Kenya.
Papa?
Alright, so what are we talking about?
We're waiting for Kenya's answer.
I don't, you asked me a question?
No, you need to tell me who fought Akainu.
Whitebeard fought Akainu.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And Crocodile did too. XD.
He did?
And all the Whitebeard commanders. But no, yeah, but Whitebeard had a one-on-one with Akainu. At least for a little bit. They punched him in the stomach and then sent him into a giant crevice into the earth, and then he fell down.
Yeah.
But apparently that attack didn't do anything because Akino just got up.
Pretty much.
So what do you guys think's gonna happen? I'm assuming that we're all caught up with the recent chapter, right?
Yeah.
What do you think is gonna happen with Pudding? Like, I feel like the best way for the Straw Hats to like escape, like the most like probable, like the most like the most conceivable way for them to escape is for Pudding to erase the Big Mom's pirates' memories of what's gonna happen, and you could how they would like erase like news from Big News Morgan too. Do you think that Pudding will erase everyone's memories?
I don't think she can. You know?
I mean,
she'd be
why do you think Oda would just like put out her power that she could change people's memories? Like she's used it once against Reiju, she hasn't used it at all yet.
I guess there's too many of them.
Her fruit is just like I don't like. It's a scary it's a slippery slope when you start using her fruit.
No, because I'm saying like we haven't Oda put her fruit out there for a reason. Like she gave her a double fruit with a reason, and we haven't seen that reason. Like she confused Reiju. That's only one person.
I mean, she might use it. I just don't think it's gonna be like the main thing for them to escape.
Like I could see her editing Big Mom's memories. I couldn't see her getting away with editing every single person on her crew and like the islands.
Not even that. Like not like all like the members of the islands, but the major players like Katakuri, like Big Mom, like Smoothie of Sweet Commanders.
I don't think she's doing that to those people.
I mean, what do you think? You think Luffy's gonna go Gear 4th against Katakuri? Gear 4th is at a stamina, or Luffy's at a stamina right now.
Yes.
It's where Bobbins comes in, dude. Just puts everybody to sleep.
Bobbins dead.
I mean, what do you think the most probable way of the Strides escaping? Because even if Sanji makes this delicious cake, and he puts Big Mom to sleep, she's gonna be like so happy. It's like, oh, a yummy cake, and then she's gonna like fall asleep like an animal, which is probably gonna happen. What do you think the Straw Hats' message of escape is gonna be? Just run down and kick Katakuri's ass? There's no way that's gonna happen.
Chopper's gonna do that.
Even if they have the numbers, Katakuri's Katakuri. If you're not at that level, then you're not at that level.
I don't think they can take him down that easy.
Especially, I'm not gonna say that Paris is strong because we don't know where he's at right now, but Jinbei is the strongest in that group right now, other than like Sanji. I don't think they could all fight. And we haven't seen the
Sanji's baking a cake, bro.
So what is it? It's gonna be Jinbei, Nami, Pedro versus
Brooke.
And Brooke versus it's 4 against 2. I mean, Luffy could still like run around, but still, he's not gonna be able.
Oh, he has to like distract Big Mom somehow.
Yeah, like Big Mom running behind them.
That's why I'm so iffy on this. Like obviously, like the cake thing or whatever. It's however you decide to write it, but like, how is gonna keep Big Mom occupied this entire time while like he's making this thing? Like they still gotta fly to the island too. It's not even like they're making it right now as we speak. They still have to get to the island and get all the ingredients together and shit before they start.
Yeah, but that could be done in a chapter.
Yeah, but it's taken like 4 chapters for us to like get halfway through the Seducing Woods. Hopefully he does it in a chapter. I'd love it, but knowing Oda, I feel like
it was only like 4 chapters though. But I'm saying to get to the island, it's gonna be like a chapter, and then it's gonna take another chapter to make it. Then it's gonna be like another chapter.
Show us a whole map. They're gonna be like 18 chapters.
Because the thing is, even if we leave Whole Cake Island right now, there's still so much of the story. Well, not so much of the story, but there's still like a long way to like. It takes like a full 24 hours to leave Big Mom's territory. So going back to the previous chapter, there was a
coup de burst. Because if you do a coup de burst, you're moving faster than the time that it would take you to sail. you have to multiply that.
Yeah, but we don't have Usopp but we don't have Usopp or Frankie that know how to put Kuda burst.
Yeah, Nami can.
Nami can?
Yeah.
I mean, you just put
Any of them know how to do it.
you just put cola on the thing.
Coca-Cola in the thing, and then do
Coca-Cola.
I think like my hope is that whatever happens at the end, like the blockade or the Big Mom fleet is kind of chasing them like out of the island system, and the Vince Smokes come over with their ships, and they have like some sort of like naval confrontation. I think that would actually be really cool. We don't really get to see like naval fights in One Piece. I think it'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, we never seen one of those.
So going, I was gonna say going back to the recent chapter, not the one from last week. There was a scene where Chopper and Brook saw a mermaid under the ocean. Do you think that it's just Aladdin or Perlene, or is it the full crew that's there?
It's both of them, because both of them are there. Both of them were in Whole Cake. Remember, they were talking to Pecco.
Because I don't think I'm saying like the Straw Hats need like all the support they could get right now.
Also, the Sea King, that Tiger Sea King that's there, is Jinbei's friend from a cover story.
Yeah, they need all the support they could get right now.
Like, I can't connect the dots. Usually I can somehow connect the dots, but like,
you can't.
I can't even see him getting on the ship because Katakuri is just chilling on the ship.
Yeah, like
how do they even get on the Sunny? Like, I don't see any of them meeting Katakuri. I guess it's like 3v1.
That's what I'm saying. They could make or Pudding could be like, hey, Katakuri, look at this or whatever.
And almost killed him.
She could change Katakuri's memories. Like the best thing I could see, the most probable way, she attacks the Katakuri, she changes her memories, say that, hey, Straw Hats with Capone on the other side of the island, and then they start like running towards that way or something like that. Like she's gotta change the memories.
Jinbei almost killed Katakuri with a cup of tea.
Imagine if he had a fucking
Come on.
gallon of tea.
But
I mean,
that's devil fruit disadvantage though.
Well, either way, like Jinbei
Luffy versus an L, it's plot armor.
The Mochi's just less sticky and still
that's
like
the
doesn't
counter.
like prevent him from using the power.
And even if he gets nerfed, he's still strong.
Yeah.
It would be like Jinbei versus Crocodile. It's a bad fight, bad matchup.
So
Yeah.
fire isn't a bad matchup for him.
Oh, for him, yeah.
Well, he fought Ace.
But I'm talking about for Crocodile. Crocodile versus Jinbei is a bad matchup.
Is fire a bad matchup for Jinbei?
Depends how strong. I think Magma is. I don't think Fire is.
All right, though. I'm just saying on that note, I think it's a good time to wrap up, though. Any like final thoughts, you guys, for like the actual chapter that came out this week?
Yeah, Pudding is such a wonderful, complex character. I can't wait to see more from her in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. What about you though, Pablo? Because you kind of joined in a little late. We didn't really get to hear what you thought on the chapter.
I mean, I didn't get as much information as I wanted to off this chapter. I didn't think a lot of things really got done. I mean, we get the setup that Pudding was bipolar, but we could have used that like 1-2 scenes. We didn't have to drag it on that long. I loved how, or actually kind of love how somebody's more fangirling over Sanji than Sanji is to Pudding. Like, I feel like that's like a cool dynamic. I think since Pudding got that bipolar type, I don't think that she's gonna ever become a Straw Hat, but I do like how she was introduced in the series and just in general. Like, I like how she. I don't think that like it's a funny gag. It's a really funny gag, and I can see it being really popular. But I don't think that Oda would introduce a bipolar character in the series that loves and hates Straw Hats.
All right, word. Anyone else?
Also, I don't think that Big Mom. I feel like this these like recent chapters are like killing like all of any ideas that people thought that Big Mom was gonna join and or was gonna be an ally with the Straw Hats. Like I feel like that's dead right now.
Please, yeah, please no alliance. Anything but that, dude.
All right. Well, if no one else has anything, they're called again. Thank you guys for all you people that joined. One just watching, and also everybody here that managed to join in, like Pablo, Kenya, Chatty, Theory, and everyone else who already left. Like I know Wallow was in here.
Thank you.
What else is there? Join the Discord, and we'll see you guys next week, unless we do like a side stream or something. But we're out.